Let's go over to the baseball side of things, though. Talk a little bit of Ursuline baseball since we just talked up their softball program so much. And we have Brady Shannon joining us live on the show. Brady, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about this senior season, Brady. I mean, it's the last hurrah with Ursuline sports. I know you're featured in all kinds of sports throughout the season, but the last hurrah for you and your preferred sport, the sport you're going to college for. What's the senior experience been like for you as a whole, particularly this baseball season?
It's been great so far. I mean, we have a whole new coaching staff compared to the last 3 years I've had at Ursuline, and Coach PK and like the Coach Frasco and Coach Tarantino. They're such great coaches, and I mean the team's really bonding together right now. I mean, right now we're 12-7, and I'm having a pretty good season so far. But there's definitely been like a change in how we do things here, and it's definitely going in the right directions right now.
I want to dive into the coaching staff and the new coaches on this team. And every time a new coach comes in, the first job is to get the seniors to buy in, so the rest of
Right.
the rest of the team will. What made it so easy for you and the rest of the seniors on this team to buy into what Coach Kemp was kind of bringing to the table?
I mean, I think it really started like in the weight room in the off season. We had a lot of like team meetings with like just the coaches and the seniors just to make sure we're all on the same page. I know the players like as a whole, like we were always on the same page, but we all know who PK is, and like he's a teacher at the school, and we all know who like Coach Frasco and the other Coach Frasco are, and we all the Frascos coach me in football too, so I have a really good relationship with them. And we have some like multi-sport guys on the team, so they know what's like to have like a coaching staff change, how it happened a couple years ago in football, and we had to adjust to that. But no, we really adjusted really well, and we just had a lot of chemistry going on into the season that our players and coaches are on the same page, so it's working out.
Your name's synonymous with Ursuline sports. I mean, featured in the state championship game with football, playing basketball over the years, and of course, being a college commit for baseball. Do you feel any kind of pressure representing Ursuline on the outside world, and how do you feel you need to represent the Irish when you're not in school?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely pressure, but I mean, I take it more as just like as like a blessing, and just like it's definitely something cool to have to go to Ursuline to wear the green and gold on your jersey, and when you take the field, and everyone wants to beat you, and no matter what sport you play at Ursuline, you're gonna get the best game out of everyone you play, just because you're just gonna you're a private school in Youngstown, and the only two private schools are us and Mooney, so everyone's going to want a shot at you no matter what sport you play here. And I've learned that throughout the years here, just in all three sports I play. So, I mean, outside of sports, though, I mean, I'm proud, so I don't think there's really much pressure. I think it's more just being proud of where I go to school, and, the people I'm friends here with, and the coaches I have, and the teams I play on.
We know that athletes use experience to build on their future. The football season, you guys got so close to a state championship. How does that experience make you hungrier in the next sports that you play to go and try to do it in the new sport?
Yeah, I mean, it does for sure. I mean, we had a really good football season, faced a lot of adversity, ups and downs, and obviously we made it all the way and didn't end how we wanted to be. But it's definitely given me motivation, and I think it's definitely prepared me for what's ahead in my athletic career at UCF and beyond that. So I think, I mean, obviously it was hard to handle at first, losing the state championship. But looking back now, as I'm about to graduate high school, it's almost like a learning experience in that, you know, and it's really going to help me and like the other guys who are going to college that that we learn from it and grow from what we built here and the things we accomplished. And I think from a baseball standpoint, I think it's really prepared us for like big games and playing in front of a lot of people. And just I think now playing at that big stage is prepared me to play at any kind of stage in the rest of my career. So.
What impressed you the most about UCF that made it so easy for you to sign on?
I mean, I wanted to go south to begin with, whether it's football or baseball. But the one thing that really stood out to me was the coaching staff. I think there's about 3 coaches there that are from Southern Ohio, so they know what it's like to be from Ohio, and they take pride in that. Also, the relationship they build with their players compared to the other schools I talked to throughout the recruiting process, it really stuck out to me, like how much they care and the time they put into them, and not just like on the field but off the field, like having personal relationships with them, and not just like the head coach or assistant coaches, it's like all of them, the strength and conditioning coaches, nutritionists, all that. I mean, they always, especially being on my official visit, it really stood out to me just like how much everyone's just like one family there, and that really stuck out to me. And also just, I mean, it being in Florida, that's where baseball's really big down there, and my goal is to make it to the biggest show in baseball, and I feel like that's where it's going to help me do that.
To go deeper into that question, was there one moment or one conversation that you had with either a coach or a player that made that decision like click for you?
Um, I wouldn't say there was one specific conversation. Definitely, I mean, I talked to them for a while. Probably, I was building a relationship with them from the summer going into my junior year until the spring of my junior year. So, I mean, I talked to them for a good almost a year, getting to know them and being down on campus a couple times. But especially during COVID, it was definitely hard to see schools. And but I mean, I don't think there's one specific time where I thought like this is where I want to be. I think just like it gradually progressed as I talked to other schools, and we're comparing all of them and like making pros and cons list, all that. So, but definitely, I mean, now I'm still really proud of the decision I made. I'm really excited to get down there.
Compare your junior season to your senior season. What was it like to have that kind of commit already in place before you started your senior season for most sports?
I mean, I didn't really think much of it. Some people say there's like added pressure to that, but it's like to kind of like live up to the hype. But I don't really feel that at all. I mean, I still went out there and just played my game. And I mean, in baseball, my junior year, that was my first season being a commit and playing. But I mean, it made me more excited to play baseball. Actually, just I mean, you got more eyes on you, and I love when people watch me play and having just like having all the attention. That's my favorite. So, and then from a football standpoint, I think it. I mean, I'm going to play college, play baseball right now, but I mean, this year's my first season playing football, being committed to a baseball school. So obviously it helps like people know who you are, but like when I'm playing, I don't really think much of it though.
What is one thing that you've learned about yourself that has really helped you grow as an athlete from freshman year to now senior season?
One thing is probably just there's always going to be adversity. It's just a matter of how you respond to that. I think throughout my 4 years in all sports I play, I've faced things on off the field, coaching staffs being changed, coaches coming in and out, different transfers, and I mean, like this year, I broke my thumb a couple weeks ago, and I had to battle with that. So just like a bunch of different things I had to battle throughout these 4 years here, and just always, I mean, my freshman year in football, we were 1-9. My sophomore year, we were 2-8, and by senior year, we were playing in the state championship. So that goes to show that to never give up. And I could have easily transferred somewhere else to a team that was better, but our senior class decided to stick together and flip the program around. And from baseball, my freshman year, we were a decent team, and I think it's just really what I've really learned was just never giving up, and always just like sticking with it, sticking to the script, and just doing you, and it's going to work out in the end.
And all the people you've gotten a chance to have experience with in your life, what's some of the best advice that you've ever received that kind of sticks out to you?
The best advice I've received is probably to just, I mean, obviously we had a little saying called like just like next pitch, and that's kind of just moving on, like forgetting about it, having a short-term memory, because that really stuck to me. And I mean, it's kind of basic, but that kind of stuck to me throughout like the three sports I've played. Like in football, you're throwing a reception, you can't do anything about it. You just got to move on and go to the next play. And like in baseball, I mean, make an error, strike out, whatever like that, and that's part of the game. You can't like dwell on it or feel sorry for yourself. You just got to keep on playing, and just like keep your head up, and when you're down, keep your head up, and when you're up, keep your head down. So that's how I look at things.
Ursuline athletes as a whole do a lot of community outreach, volunteer hours. What has been your favorite part about being able to go out into the community and help the people and really maybe make a stranger's day just because you're out there doing and giving your volunteer time?
It's definitely really cool, going to Ursuline. Like we do a lot of service work. with football and baseball and basketball. So I've gone to experience a lot of things, within the city, and just helping the community out with, like, whatever it's like landscaping or Easter gift baskets, all that stuff. So it's definitely really cool to see people that know who you are, but you don't really know who they are. And just like, I mean, you can make someone's day here, just giving them a compliment or just saying hi to them. Like, I try to, being a senior in the school, I try to, like, just talk to everybody. If they're on freshman or JV or varsity, just like make sure everybody's included in that. Make sure everyone's loved here.
Quick follow-up question. Going out and serving people, does that make you a better servant leader on these teams that you play on?
Yeah, I think it does for sure. It definitely sets a standard here at Ursuline that it's not just about winning and losing. I mean, there's definitely a bigger picture here. And I just wanted to, doing that outside of work and community service, it really sets an example for the guys coming up who are going to be in my shoes in a couple years. So, and just showing that, you're going to win some, lose some, but there's definitely a bigger picture and a bigger lesson to take out of these things.
Talking about those guys that are coming up too, you also mentioned the pride that you have in wearing the Ursuline name across your chest and representing them. What is some of the advice that you would give to those guys coming up that are going to be taking those shoes of a leadership position, and how to represent the Irish in their fullest capabilities?
I mean, I would just tell them to just come in every day with with great energy, and just a good mindset to work hard. That was what I did here for the 4 years here. I just wanted to be known as a guy who always came into work no matter what, and if it was early or late, or like 2 days in the summer, like if I was tired, if I was hurt, because there's been times where I've been tired and hurt, and I still can. We all still come in and put the work in, and give our best effort no matter what. And I think it's just to never take a play off, because you never know what's going to be your last. We've seen that my junior year when it was a regional championship, and we got me, including 5 of the seniors, couldn't play in the regional championship due to COVID-19 protocols, and none of us knew that was going to happen. So that really put perspective in my mind, saying like wow, like you really don't know when it's going to be your last, from like COVID, injury, all that good stuff. So I mean, for guys coming up, freshmen and guys, younger than them, I just want to, I would just tell them just to come in with a good mindset to work hard and be proud of where you're going to school at.
Are there any underclassmen on the team right now that you feel like you've kind of been able to mentor a lot, and you kind of take pride in their journey and their success that they're having and they'll continue to have after you leave?
Yeah, I mean, the past 2 years, Jack Erickson, he's been, he's my back of the past couple of years. He's a sophomore right now, and I got to play basketball and baseball with him too. And he's our leadoff batter right now. So me and him have built a good relationship here. Just being in the film room together with Coach Reardon and Coach JD, and I try to relay to him, some of the mistakes I made that he shouldn't make, and so I think he's going to be really, really prepared for next year, being the starting quarterback. And, I'm excited to see, what he does in the field.
And looking at this and going into the last tournament, I guess as an Ursuline Irish, talk to me a little bit about just some of the goals you have coming up for this upcoming tournament, and what your outlook is for your final games as an Ursuline Irish.
I mean, obviously the main goal is a state championship for baseball. That's been our team goal this whole season so far. But obviously you got to take it one game at a time. So we just got the bracket out for the district, and we have our eyes on the district championship and getting that trophy, and then beyond that, making it to state. And I think some of us have some extra motivation to get there. After what happened in football, coming up short in that state championship. Now I feel like I know I can do it, and I feel like getting back there would be really is a goal of mine, and getting the job done.
All right, Brady, it's time for the rapid fire portion of the interview. We get to know you a little bit off the field, and I'm going to start with, what was the last thing that you cooked?
Last thing that I cooked, I grilled a steak a couple days ago.
And then what is your favorite thing to cook?
Favorite thing to cook, probably eggs, because I cook that the most probably.
All right, if you were going to go viral online, what do you think the viral video would be of?
Probably like a home run or a touchdown, one of those, something sports related.
What is your hidden talent?
My hidden talent. I don't think I really have one. I think it's just my talents all in like athletics and stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty smart, but I don't really have like a hit. Like I can't like juggle or anything like that. So I don't really have like a hidden talent.
What's the best thing to do in a rain delay?
Um, Probably just like probably just talk to each other in the dugout. Really, I mean, we don't really do much. We haven't had one today this year yet, but during rain delay, just just like just cut up in the dugout and just like laugh with each other.
If you could have any superpower, what would you want?
To fly.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
Who is your real life hero?
My dad.
What is your favorite workout routine?
Definitely a Coach Loudon workout. He's our strength and conditioning coach here, and probably he has to do a lot of power clean. So probably power cleaning.
If you can live anywhere except for where you live, where would you want to live?
Florida.
Well, yeah, you're gonna.
Yep.
You're gonna. What is your favorite vacation spot?
Probably the Outer Banks. I've been there before, so I like that.
And if you could vacation anywhere in the world, where would you want to vacation to?
Probably Los Angeles.
What do you do to clear your mind?
To clear my mind, I usually just sit in a room by myself and just in silence, just like think to myself and work on breathing and meditation and stuff like that, and just for a couple minutes just sit back and so just be by yourself and with no noise.
If we took you to karaoke night, what would be your go-to karaoke song?
Probably "Part in the USA" by Miley Cyrus.
What's your walk-up song?
A walk-up song, Paradise City.
What is one world record that you think you would have a shot in breaking?
Oh, that's a good one. Farthest home run hit.
Awesome. What is one person, dead or alive, that you would want to have dinner with?
Probably Derek Jeter.
If we could give you a time machine, what era would you want to go back in time to?
The 80s.
I think people want me to ask you about your hair because my gosh, you got the locks. What's the hair care routine?
The hair care routine. So I have Kristen S shampoo and conditioner. I wash it every other day, condition every day, and then in the morning, I just put some like curl cream in there and just I'm on my way out to school.
The amount of people that are writing down notes right now is many. What is the best friendship you've had in your life?
Best friendship is probably with my dad and my brother, just my whole family. Those are the best friendships I have right now. And outside of family, probably with Dean Boyd. He's one of my best friends too.
All right, salty or sweet?
Salty.
What's your guilty pleasure dessert?
Cheesecake.
All right, if you could buy any car, afford any car, what car would you want to drive?
It would be an all black 4Runner with tinted windows and black rims.
All right, and sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Do you have a pet? And if you do, and it could talk, what would it say about you?
It would say I'm good at playing fetch with him.
What is one of your childhood fears?
Storms. I was really scared of like thunderstorms.
All right, and last but not least, we're gonna go with what was the last show that you binge watched on Netflix?
Fuller House.
All right, Brady. Before we do let you go, we do want to give you the chance to thank your support system, the people that are always there for you, and the people that you probably wouldn't be where you are in your journey without.
Yeah, first off, my family, they're always supporting me, and I just want to thank all the coaches I have at Ursuline, all of my teammates, and the job's not done yet. So, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season now.
Brady, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We wish you the best of luck in that season. We hope it goes as far as it possibly can. We can't wait to cover it, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.